Hey there, Pamela DeBruce Smith, Red Fox coming at you today. We are going to talk about keto, eating keto, not a diet, not a fad, a way of life. You guys, this is important. This is not a low carb thing. This isn't Cheeto. This isn't, I'm going to take a supplement and pop my body into ketosis. No, those are not how it works. It is important to understand what the basics are for eating keto, putting your body into ketosis, eating the keto way of life. Look, there's bottom line rules, universal laws that your body goes by when it comes to ketosis. And there's a lot of confusion out there, so I want to just quickly address that confusion. It doesn't have to be rocket science. This is very, very simple. Look, we're going to talk about macros. We're going to talk about how to get started, steps 1, 2, and 3. Very easy to do. And we're going to talk about what it means to utilize some supplements. Okay? That's it. That's all we're going to talk about. So, eating keto. What does that mean exactly? It's a huge buzzword right now. All the major brands are starting to jump on the bandwagon with it. They're making billions off of the 4-letter word, K-E-T-O, keto. Keto is a shortened word for ketosis, putting your body into ketosis. So what does it mean to put your body into ketosis? Well, you're going to eat some fats, and you're going to eat enough of them, I mean a lot of them, so healthy fats, so that your body digests it, goes to the liver breaks down those fats, and the byproduct of breaking down the fats through the liver is ketones. It spits out ketones. What good does this ketones do for your body? Well, ketones allow your brain to function at an extremely high level. Our bodies aren't used to doing this process. We're used to breaking down carbs. Carbs are super simple sugars. They break down really easy. Your body does not have to work for this. When it comes to breaking down fats, it's a much slower digestive process. It's a much slower breakdown process. So it slows down, which means you get to feel full a lot longer. When you eat a muffin, a blueberry muffin for breakfast, and your body breaks that down, 2 hours later, you're starving again. Why? You didn't utilize any ketones. You didn't break down any fats, and it went through your system. I'm going to just say lickety-split. It went really fast, breaking down into the bloodstream. It spiked up your insulin, and you had a little bit of energy that you utilized. But the energy that you didn't utilize, your body goes, well, I don't know what to do with this, so let's just put it into fat. That's not what we want to do, is it? We don't want to get fatter and fatter and fatter every year. You know what's really bad? I visited my doctor recently, and they said, well, people just normally gain anywhere from 7 to 15 pounds in a year. That's the average. That's normal. So a doctor now expects you to get fatter and fatter and fatter every year. That's not how God intended it. That may be how American society or how carbs or how our medical industry now treats it, but that is not how God intended it. He gave us a process called ketosis. Ketosis is beautiful. High-level athletes utilize this. Young kids utilize this. Why not the 40 and 50-year-olds utilize, 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds? Why not us utilize it too? It allows us to be able to treat our bodies with a lot of respect, and our bodies treat us with respect. It becomes a two-way street. And we don't have to get fatter and fatter and have cancer and heart attacks and fibromyalgia and diabetes and all kinds of problems from eating carbs. Carbs have its place, but not in an every single meal deal. Okay, so let's talk about this. What does it mean to eat keto? The macros of this are 75% fats, 75% fats, 20% proteins. That's really not very much, by the way. That's a 4-ounce piece of meat a couple of times a day, and all of a sudden you've got 20% of your proteins. And then the rest is carbs, so 5% carbs. So look, I'm allowed carbs. What kind of carbs? It matters. So when it comes to your proteins, you want nice fatty meats. We're going to go for the dark meat chicken, not the chicken breast, not the other white meat. We're going to go for the fat around the pork chop. We're going to go for the ribeye steaks. We're gonna go for the fatty meats, your salamis, pepperonis, those good Italian meats that are awesome on a sub. We want to eat those things, just not without the bread, right? No bread. So 75% fats, 20% proteins, and 5% carbs. And if you have any idea about what those are, because I'm talking percentages, right? I weigh 165 pounds. So my percentage is different than a 120-pound woman or a 350-pound woman. It's a completely different, and I'm very active. So my macros are going to be my percentages are going to be the same, but slightly different in amounts of grams. That's why we don't talk about grams. So it's important to go ahead and the easiest app to use, and it's free, is MyFitnessPal. Go into settings of MyFitnessPal. Go ahead and set your macros to 75 fats, 20% proteins, 5% carbs. I hope you're figuring this out. I hope you're writing it down. 75, 25. Okay, so do that in your MyFitnessPal. So then when you put your foods in, it's going to let you know, hey, you still need a little more protein, or you're getting a little close on your protein. Don't go over on your proteins. That becomes an Atkins diet, and it can actually spike your insulin. The whole point of this is we don't want our insulin spiked. We want to keep our insulin as low as possible, okay? Because when we spike our insulin, when we eat a lot of food or a lot of carbs, we're spiking our insulin to break that down, to utilize the energy. And the energy we don't use, which is most of it, by the way, we're going to store it on as fat. Here, 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 here. I mean, everywhere. You're going to store it everywhere. This whole idea that we're going to target belly fat, that's not what we're going to do. We're going to target fat, period. And your body's going to go to the biggest source of wherever your fat is. To me, that's not my belly. Yeah, that's my thighs and hips. My body wants to get rid of that fat before it gets rid of my belly fat. I kind of want to keep that and lose this, but beggars can't be choosers. You cannot decide, oh, I'm just going to get rid of my belly fat and leave everything else. No, that's not how it works. So when somebody tells you that it's just after your belly fat, no, that's not how it works. If that's where you're holding all your fat, then yeah, it's going to go after your belly fat, okay? All right, 75, 25. There, you got your macros. MyFitnessPal, do it. Simple, easy, easy, easy. Always hit the easy button. Okay, so now, what do we want to do? Steps 1, 2, and 3. Really quick, take notes. Ready? Steps 1 is, let's get rid of some sugar. Go to your cupboard. I can't even show you because I don't have sugar in my house. Your agave nectar, your refined white sugar, your brown sugars, your honey. I know, it spikes your insulin. All your artificial sweeteners, so your sweet and lows, your sucraloses, your maltodextrins, your, what are some others that we do? There's stevia. Stevia is what I'm going to talk about. Splenda. Get rid of Splenda. Man, I used to be a huge advocate of Splenda. Well, I'm not anymore because it spikes your insulin. Yeah, it has 0 calories. Sweet and low has 0. It doesn't have calories. It's not about the calories. I'm going to teach you how to have a lot of calories and drop a lot of fat and look fantastic in a bathing suit. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of your sweeteners. Agave nectar, brown sugar, sweet and low, Splenda, sucralose, regular refined sugars. Honey. We're going to get rid of this maple syrup. Get rid of it. Bye-bye. Don't want it in the house. Now look, this isn't just for you. This is for your whole family. Okay? So get rid of it. You just don't want that around. Why? It causes ADD, ADHD, cancer, tumors, old age, stress, anxiety, depression, fibromyalgia, heart attacks. It's got all kinds of issues to it, you guys. Get rid of it. There's no need to have it. We have all kinds of other sweeteners. Monk fruit sweetener. This is made from, monk fruit is literally a piece of fruit, and you break that down and you get this sugar alcohol from that. No, you don't get to drink on that thing. It's sugar alcohol, and that does not spike your insulin. In fact, it doesn't even get digested. It goes right through you. Have too much, it goes through you too quick, so be careful with it. Don't eat it like you eat sugar. Swerve, same thing. This is a erythritol. erythritol is the actual sugar alcohol from that. We have found that monk fruit does not affect us as much as xylitol. Whoo, xylitol is really dangerous. Don't get in a car after you had xylitol. So Swerve is pretty good too, but I always want to cut these. I want to cut them with some stevia. What is stevia? Stevia is a little green plant that grows in nice warm weather. It's got big green leaves, and when you break off a piece of leaf and stick it in your mouth, you can suck on it for hours, and it's super sweet. Oh my gosh, it's really nice, actually. You do a little piece of mint and a little piece of stevia, you're good for a long time. Just sit and chew it. Seriously. So stevia you can buy in a liquid form, and you can get flavors of it. This is English toffee. Hope you guys see that. English toffee. You can get French vanilla. You can get chocolate. You can get regular. This is from Walmart. It's a great value brand. The only ingredient in here is erythritol and stevia extract. It's a mix. I know it says stevia. It's also it's made with stevia extract, and it's made with a little bit of erythritol. So that's a mix, and it's liquid. The liquids are not quite as sweet as the powder. Or you can buy it in a powder form. This is a stevia. This is the one that Starbucks uses in their little packets. This is at Harris Teeter, Whole Foods, any of your higher end Publix. This is a little more expensive. This is Whole Earth Sweetener Company. It's a blend of monk fruit, erythritol, but monk fruit they say, and the stevia. I actually have powder stevia too. It only takes a tiny little, like quarter of a teaspoon, and it's still too sweet. So this is a blend. What I like about the blends is that you don't get issues with it. Literally, you won't get diarrhea and all that. You get, it breaks the erythritol up a little bit. And so sometimes stevia can be too sweet because it's 20-to-1 ratio. This becomes a 2-to-1 ratio. So you don't need as much. That's why they're in small containers. The one I get from Walmart. Here's what I buy from Walmart on a monthly basis. Literally every month. So this is Pure, P-Y-U-R-E. If you don't have this yet, go get it. This does not spike your insulin. This does not cause fat and weight gain. It keeps your calories low. It keeps your carbs low. It does have a, they say it's got a carb, but really the carb goes through you, so it doesn't count. Okay? So go change the sweeteners out. Okay, that's step one. Step two, go get rid of every and any boxed food that has any kind of wheat, rice, or gluten, any of that stuff. It's not talking about gluten-free. I don't want to do that. I just want to get rid of the boxed stuff because they've got sweeteners in there and preservatives that you don't want. So go get rid of boxed foods. Bye-bye. All boxed and almost all canned. Bye. All of it. Goodbye. So you want to get rid of your flours. So any white flour, whole wheat flour. Whole wheat is a lie. It's not good for you. That is a lie, okay? The food industry was bought 30 years ago. I'm not going to get into that, but that's a lie. Go get rid of any and all flours. Saltine crackers, probably almost all your crackers. I do have some crackers you can use, but I'll tell that at a later date. This is almond flour. This is what you're going to replace your flours with. This doesn't spike your insulin, not like flours do. So, and the carbs are low. This is 3 carbs, 2 fibers, so only 1 net carb. So, this is what you use. Almond flour. Coconut flour. There's actually a couple other flours, but these are the most readily available. You can get them anywhere. I literally bought this at Walmart. Both these things. Okay. I utilize Walmart because Walmart tends to be across the country. So, there you go. I like Walmart. I hope that helps. Step 1, get rid of your sweeteners. Replace them with Swerve. Literally, I make frosting with this, you guys. Frosting. Okay, and then I make cookies and put a little powdered sugar on it. This is what I use right here, Swerve. It's a confectionery. And then this is my regular table sugar that I would use. I personally don't use this. My husband does. I use this one. I like to cut it. I like to have a little bit of stevia. Stevia gives you 0 side effects. None. None. The only issue with stevia is that it's 20-to-1 ratio in sweetness. And so it can be really bitter aftertaste. So you just want to break it. You want to cut it a little bit until you learn how to use not very much, or that you learn how to taste for it. You want to have a little bit of liquid. And if you like coffee with sweeteners and flavors and hazelnut and all that, you can get hazelnut. This Sweet Drops, you can get them on Amazon. I get these at Whole Foods. These are way more expensive. This right here is about $14 a bottle versus about $2.50. But this has got a nice flavor, and there's actually more in this one than in this. So it's got flavors: chocolate, vanilla, hazelnut, cookies and cream, I think is one of them. You can make everything. So I use these for my fat bombs. We'll talk about fat bombs. Fat bombs are awesome. So I hope that helps. You're gonna get rid of all of your box stuff. So now step 3, you're in a pinch, you're out to eat, you don't know what to do. I'm out to eat, and what do I order? I want you to keep this really simple. Think some meat, a lot of veggies. Like literally when I order a meal from a restaurant and it's got some veggies and it's got a potato and it's got some meat, right? Let's just say, or rice or whatever. I look at them and say, let's not have the potato and the rice, let's have double veggies. Are we cool with that? And they go, yeah, we're cool with that. And I said, do you have any butter or olive oil? I don't want other oil, I want olive oil, okay? And they go, well, we've got some real butter. I said, great, bring me out a couple pats of butter. And I will literally put that on my meat, I'll put it on my veggies, and I'll make sure that I have some meat, lots of veggies, and some fats. That's all you're looking for. Water to drink. I know, water to drink. If you're looking for alcohol, this is not the video. I do have the ability to talk to you about that. There are alcohols that you can have. Okay, I want to show you this real quick. Your oils. This is an avocado spray. And no, it's just, all it is avocado oil. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Avocado oil, this is my fancy one. You can get avocado oil anywhere. I like avocado over olive. The olive oil industry, unless you know where it's being sourced, which I actually do have someone here locally that I know where it's sourced. They're from Italy. Their farm is in Italy, and so I already know that they're not connected with the mob. They literally are cutting your olive oils with other oils, and you're still getting sick. Don't want that. So you got to think about, this is how I talk about it. It's a heart attack waiting to happen. You don't want Crisco. You don't want the other oils, any kind of vegetable oil, sunflower, safflower, any of that kind of stuff is not good. Grapeseed oil is good. White truffle oil is good. Of course, the most profound and easiest to get a hold of is coconut oil. This is from Walmart. Here's the key with coconut oil. You see the bottom? See how nice and clear and white that is? I hope you guys can see that. I don't care how expensive it is, how cheap it is. What I want you to do is know this. You want unrefined virgin coconut oil, right? So then I don't care how much it costs. Flip it over, look at the bottom. If it's got yellowy kind of stains and stuff in it, just mold issues. You don't want to have that. What you want, a nice clear and white. That's it. Unrefined, nice and white. Unrefined, nice and white. Okay, I hope that helps. All right, guys, I am signing out. That's all I wanted to do. I've already gone over, so I wanted this 15 minutes, but now it's already almost 20. So Pamela Smith, I hope this helps. Replay it a couple of times. Take some notes, okay? This is your life you're talking about, and you're worth it. Fix this and fix it right now. Go to your cupboard instantly and throw that crap away, all right? And then, go to the store later. And if it's not in your house because you forgot to go to the store, well, then I guess you just don't eat it. All right, love you, bye. Mwah.